Marvel stole the show yesterday afternoon with a live stream that had over millions and millions of views discussing different casting announcements, and that was all following 2 great episodes of Daredevil, and it capped it all off with the man himself, Peter Von Doom, switching the camera and say, "We're in production, guys, so let's discuss and dive into it, and all I have to say is, mine!" So I'm not going to go into really all of the castings that were announced yesterday for Doomsday, and we have a new logo, by the way, but I'm just going to go over some of the ones that have my favorites and my support and that I'm actually so excited for and cannot wait for. So you've been warned for spoilers if you don't want to know who's in this cast and if you just weren't online at all yesterday. So right off the bat, it's the X-Men. It's the X-Men for me. It's the X-Men. That's all it's about. Sir Patrick Stewart, Sir Ian McKellen, Charles and Magneto, yin and yang. They're back on the screen again, and I cannot wait to see what they do. Just so excited for that. And we have others too that we have to. Kelsey Grammer, Rebecca Romaine, OG Mystique, and Alan Cumming. That Nightcrawler scene from X2, the opening, is one of the best comic shots of all time and absolutely brilliant. So, hey, he's back. Surprising to me, and a couple others that I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. You can see online if you want, but get excited for it because it's going to be growing too. There's names that weren't even announced yesterday too, so I am so excited, and this movie is just going to be awesome. And like I said, bookend it all with RDJ himself. Made an appearance live there, so this is probably right before you're going to start shooting everything in London, so get excited for this movie, and let's go. But we also have 2 episodes of Daredevil to discuss, and those 2 episodes I thought were brilliant, very well done. Episode 5 especially, people were saying it's filler. It's not filler. It was great, and it was spectacular. And it's great because it continues the narrative story of Matt. Yes, it takes place pretty much on one singular location at the bank, but it continues to show Matt's storyline, how he's divesting and kind of reverting back into Daredevil form. He's starting to not trusting the system more and more and more. And you see it when he's going through some of the bank robberies. He's like, he could just say, call the police, have the police come and show up, let them take care of it, but no. He's going to go through, and also shout out Yusuf Khan. The appearance by him, lovely, just brilliant. And hey, Matt, go to that dinner. Can't wait to see that in the episodes. But we see Matt, especially the fight scene he has in the stairwell too is brilliant too. Just the choreography too, very well done. Matt's just there, he's raw, and he's very rusty too, which is very interesting to see because he hasn't been Daredevil in over a year. But that fight is great, and then once we get outside too with the lead bank robber, he jumps in the air. He could dunk the basketball if he wanted to. Like those hops, sorry, Matt Murdock, I wasn't familiar with the game in terms of athleticism. But just absolutely just lands, comes down on this guy's leg. The snap just like, ooh, that's tough to hear. But full clean break probably. He won't be walking the same ever again. And I just love how they did that and portrayed that whole episode. Very well done. And Matt's continuously there. He's becoming Daredevil just without the suit basically. We dive into episode 6 now. And this was a great episode overall. Because the mirroring that was done between Kingpin and Matt and how they've been on this full journey throughout the season so far. They want to be new, different people leading different lives, making a difference. And they're continuously, episode by episode, slow burn, reverting back to their old ways, and they come out fully at the end of this episode, which I absolutely love how it's depicted. So we see Muse, he's doing his thing. They found some victims, especially some of the paintings now. They discovered that these paintings are done in blood. That's going to be terrifying just to find that out in general. And then it's relayed back to Kingpin now that over 60 different types of DNA victims. 60! Kingpin was right. NYPD, what the hell were you doing? Sanitation found this out. That's insane. 60 different people. So that just shows hey, this guy is a huge problem, and Kingpin knows this, and he puts together what we all knew was coming. So he tasks these people to go out on the streets, find Muse, find his killer, bring him to justice, bring him to me, and you don't know what's going to happen. But I love how they're going out there, and they're going to be a problem going forward too. And now, especially when they're into the Punisher, hey, good luck, guys, that's all I have to say. But there's a really cool scene where these 2 women go up to Muse and ask him for an autograph. Hey, are you Muse? Can we have a picture with you? And this is right out of the comics because that happens in the comics too. They ask him for a picture. Spoiler, it doesn't turn out well for those girls. So Muse is a problem. And the Ayala daughter, she comes in and she's asking Matt for help. Say her father was working on something, looking into different appearances. And Matt's just, no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to help you really. Just listen to your problem. Don't listen to your fight. Go off. Of course, she takes matters into her own hands. She goes down to the subway looking for Muse, trying to track what her father was doing. And at the same time, Kingpin is schmoozing some rich people, asking them for money, asking them for support. And it's just not going well at all. The appearance by Tony Dalton, Swordsman, was there too. Very cool interaction with them, kind of tying in some of the stuff from Hawkeye into this show now too. But Kingpin's in hell. He doesn't want to be there, and they don't respect him at all. And it's very now people are more and more disrespecting him now too. And so you can see the tension, just that fire, that rage is building up in him. He's being respected, and that's gonna be a problem because if you know something, Kingpin, he deserves respect and demands it. So as we get towards the end of the episode now, Matt, the Ayala daughter, gets kidnapped by Muse. She's down there, and then so Matt gets a call from her mother saying she disappeared. She's down here, and so Matt goes out, puts on the suit, full-fledged Daredevil suit, and he goes out looking. And at the same time, Kingpin goes into where he has Adam being held prisoner, and hey, Adam, my guy, you're released, but you have no food, nothing you've had in a while. You're kind of malnourished probably, and here's an axe. Come at me, bro. Matt discovers Muse's lair, finds the Ayala daughter, but then gets into a fight with Muse, and sorry Muse, but I didn't know you had moves like that. My guy was just moving quickly. He was putting moves on Matt Murdock. He was actually making a difference, beating him a little bit, but then Matt snaps back into it. He's still rusty too, by the way, but hey, takes out Muse, and I thought Matt was going to kill Muse at first, but he hears her heart pounding, and slowly, and he's like, has let Muse go to save her, ends up saving her, and at the same time is mirrored while he's fighting Muse, Kingpin. Absolutely just tearing Adam to shreds. Fighting him against the ceilings, running two-hand punches, he's throwing into walls, like just absolutely just devastating. Adam stood no chance. That axe, hey, Kingpin, for a big guy, he's got moves, and he's been putting on weight too because the suit's a little bit tight now. He's getting a little bigger. He's just constantly getting bigger and bigger, stronger and stronger. But my guy Adam never stood a chance. And as Kingpin's beating up Adam, he just lets out a mine. And I think this is rage from Vanessa, but it's also for rage from being disrespected too. People don't respect him and don't think of him as just like brooding, just dangerous force now. He's the mayor now too, but Kingpin, no. That's not going to fly. He's letting you know this is my strength, and he's going to continuously divest into the original Kingpin, who is also mayor, having that force with the anti-vigilante task force. He's going to go into his more criminal means now too, but he's also in the mayorship too. So all that's coming to a culmination, and I cannot wait. I love how they mirrored it too because they're divested into their old ways now too. So it's great depiction. Can't wait for next week's episodes. We have casting news, Avengers, Doomsday, Daredevil, a lot going on, and I'll see you back next week.